TitleMatchNetwork.com.
When you were living with Ric Flair, is it true that he almost wanted to quit the business at one point?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're at Verne Gagne's training camp. It was in beginning of October, and he was having a fight with his wife, Leslie Goodman at the time, and he says, I can't continue. He says, Ken, I'm going to quit this business. He says, it's too much, between the wife and this and that. And I says, hey, Rick, I said, you son of a bitch. I said, we've lived together off and on for the past year and a half. We went to I was trained for the Pan American Games in '71 down in Kelly, Columbia. I trained for the Olympic Games out in Munich, Germany, and I stood by you all this time. I said, you're going to quit. I said, no, you're not going to quit. I said, you were made for this business. You are not going to quit. And the next day I had him back in training camp, of course. So that was, end of story there. But yeah, he was going to quit. And he was, he's frustrated. And I know about that stuff, with wives. I've been divorced 3 times. And I was never meant to be married, let's face it, Huh. I said, that's why I'm divorced 3 times.
Memories of Tony Atlas.
Tony Atlas, great guy, a lot of problems. Hey, a lot of people that don't know about Tony. Tony was a hell of an artist. He'd carry his artistic papers and stuff in a big folder, and he, great charcoal. A great artist. And Tony was one of these guys that he had a great mind, but he never had direction. And he got messed up with a lot of people that weren't good for him, with drugs and stuff. I don't think Tony will mind that I said that, but because we all had our problems with drugs and stuff. Well, look at McMahon's record. Vince McMahon has had a track record is dismal. That there's 70, 80. Hey, Barry! The Repo Man!
Keep doing the promo!
The Repo Man! I'm doing a promo here!
Man, I'm trying to get you to come down and have a beer, and you won't have a beer!
Well, I haven't had a beer in 10 weeks until today. That damn flight from Minneapolis into here was terrible. They told me the weather was better on the East Coast. Well, shit, I looked at the weather there in Minneapolis. It was raining cats and dogs. I think there even a few seagulls fell in there. But how you doing, bud?
Good. Finish your promo.
Okay, buddy. And so Tony just had bad direction. He got tied up with some of those guys in the Black Power movement back then. I'm not going to mention any names because they're all dead now anyway.
Go ahead.
But Tony was a great bodybuilder. I met him when he was 18 years old. I helped him break into the business down at the YMCA in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's the only place we had to train. They had a wrestling room at the YMCA in Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, Tony grew up in Roanoke, Virginia. I think he was state champion up there in high school his junior and senior year. He had just naturally big arms, big chest, bench press 500 pounds, 150 reps or something, maybe 500 reps, But Barry, Darsow, Repo Man. How many times could Tony Atlas bench press 500 pounds? 100 or 200 times.
Yeah, he warmed up with 500.
Yeah. The kid was unbelievable. Yeah. Huh. He had no legs though.
No.
He couldn't squat 400.
They were ripped to the bone, but they were only 13 inches around.
Right, yeah. His arms and chest were bigger around than his thighs.
What about Ole Anderson? What are your memories of Ole?
Oh, God, Ole. Ole was, Ole Anderson, he's a Polak. His real name isn't Anderson. It's Walensky or something like that. He's a Polak. What can you say about Polish people? They leave Poland, they come over here to America, and they all become millionaires. What the heck, What can you say about Ole? Ole was a nasty person, and I love the guy though. Yeah, but because he was nasty, he was just himself, and he was just a nasty bastard. You know, yeah.
TitleMatchNetwork.com